Hello, and thank you for joining me for One Sheet Wonder Wednesday. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So just a couple of reminders. You can get stamping apparel like this great fall mug by going to stampersdelightshop.com. Also, if you place a $50 catalog order with me before shipping and tax, you will get a downloadable PDF with over 40 card samples using the Rich Regal collection. My October Fun Fold class I will be announcing soon. So let's get started. Okay, so what I am using today is the All About Autumn. Again, some of these items are back ordered, but they will be back in stock. Just bear with us. So All About Autumn is on page 52, and I'm going to be using just one sheet of designer series paper. Before I do that, let me show you a couple samples in case you missed them when I did my Fun Fold Friday. Here is one of the fun folds that I did with that. And you can go back and watch that video. And this just tucks in behind there if you want to tuck it in. Here's another one, same idea, just a different way. And again, this can tuck in there, or you can leave it like that. I like to tuck it in, just gently bending that just a little bit underneath these pieces. There we go. Some other samples with that beautiful fall suite. And again, there is a video on these cards. Just go back and watch them on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. And you'll know when I'm doing a new video or I upload a new video. So there's a couple more samples with that. Okay, so for the One Sheet Wonder, and One Sheet Wonders are not real intricate cards, okay? They're meant to help you out getting a lot of cards done at one time. So this is 6x6 paper, and I am going to take the first strip. So I want these at 1 inch, but I only need it by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take a strip off here first. I'll take it off the bottom. Let's see. So let's see. If I wanted to do 1 inch, I would push it in like that, but then I would cut this part off. So I'm going to go ahead in here, and I'm going to do, let's see if I do 1 inch and that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off 1 inch here first. Actually, I'm going to do it, yeah, I'll do it at 1 inch. There we go. All right, so now I have that strip. Now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do 1 inch strips this way. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. So now I have all these 1 inch strips. So I'm actually going to be able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So first we'll start with these. Oh, let's take this one and cut this one down so I can make the 7 cards. So when you look, this is actually 5 inches. I said 5 1/4, I apologize. 5 inches. And we're going to cut that down at 5 inches. So we have the same length for all of them. I'm going to bring in some cardstock here. Let me grab those. Put my strips over here. And then what you're going to need, and I've already done these, you're going to need 7 card bases. So I did this at 4 1/4 by 11. So we're going to bring those in, and we are going to score those in half. Get those all ready. this will be my last One Sheet Wonder Wednesday for a couple of weeks. I will be leaving for vacation on September 25th. As I mentioned before, I'm going cross country with 3 of my best friends. We are going to be driving my husband's car to California to leave it with my son. He wanted his dad's car, and I know his dad would want him to have it. So it should be an awesome trip. Looking forward to it. So now I have my card bases right here. You're also going to need 7 of these. This is the copper clay. That's the Mossy Meadow. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to make 1 more, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So the copper clay, I have cut down at 4 by 5 1/4. Then I'm going to bring in my embossing folder, which for some reason isn't here. Let me grab that. And this is the embossing folder that goes with the suite. I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to bring in my machine, my die cutting machine, and I'm going to emboss that. So I wanted to show you how I did these, even though I did the other ones beforehand. There we go. And now I have that. And there's my 7th one. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 7 strips. I'm using my Stampin' Seal. And I am going to put those right here. You see, they all have part of that beautiful Designer Series paper. I'm leaving a little edge around the paper. Of course, you can back that up with another piece of Very Vanilla if you'd like. But the reason I like the One Sheet Wonders is you do get a little bit different effect depending on the way you cut your paper, and you can get some great cards done quickly. And do I have the 7? I think I'm 1, 2, whoop, there we go. 3, 4, 5. I knew I was missing 2. There we go, right there. And there's that. Now I'm going to bring in my card bases, and I am going to adhere all those together. Bringing in my bone folder, giving that a nice crisp edge. I'll go ahead and glue these down. One ran out. Aha, I was ready for it. I had another one ready. Don't forget to leave me comments. They really do help us. And also, if you have any questions, just ask. I will get back with you. Don't forget to check out my blog, stampersdelight.com, where you can get still shots of these. The still shots will also be on Facebook. When I'm done, sign up for my newsletter, and then you'll know what I'm doing as far as in-person classes or online classes. And also you will get a free downloadable PDF every month. I'm going to have all my fall cards done after this. There we go with all the card bases. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in a piece of Very Vanilla. I'm going to take this large leaf. I am going to ink that up with my Daffodil Delight. And let me just grab my stamp pad because this is a photopolymer. I'm going to bring in a blending brush, and I'm going to grab my pumpkin pie. I'm going to tap the edges a little bit inside so I get those beautiful fall colors. This one I'll leave open. And I am going to stamp this. And you can see I've got beautiful fall colors. I'm going to bring in my die that goes with that stamp. Bringing in my machine again. And instead of embossing, now I'm going to be cutting it out. Definitely let me know if you like the One Sheet Wonder Wednesdays. What I do as far as videos depends on what you like to see. I know I've heard from a lot of you that you love the One Sheet Wonders, and I will keep doing those as long as you keep enjoying them. I am going to go ahead and run that through my machine. And now I have this beautiful large leaf. Also with that piece, I'm going to grab this sentiment die. I'm just going to run that through. I've already done a few of them. Whoop. Helps if I put those together. Let's do it this way. There we go, so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to run that through. And now I have the sentiment die. I've already done 6 others. Just wanted you to see one of them done. We are going to move this out of the way because we are done with that. I'm going to bring in my card bases. And I'm going to bring in these leaves. And then I'm going to glue these down flat. And you can add them wherever you like. You can, move them around a little bit, which is what I'm going to do. So they're all a little bit different. And you see how I coordinated those colors using the 2 different stamp pads. I think I need one more. I do. That one up there. So let's do another one. Again, I'm going to ink this up in my Daffodil Delight. Take that blending brush and just dab some pumpkin pie on it. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine again so I can cut this one out. And I'm actually going to do both of those at the same time now because I do need another one of these. So I am going to grab those 2 dies. This is such a beautiful set. And the fall is so pretty. And these colors really do look like where I live in the Hudson Valley in New York. We're going to cut that out. Moving this so I don't get my hands in the ink. And then I have these 2 dies pieces. Take that back and put it back in my packet there before I lose it. Okay, now we're done with the machine. I'm going to add that last one on here. I think I'll put that down there. Okay, I have those cards ready. I'm going to bring in those sentiment dies that I cut. Bring in that pad. You can change these up any way you want. You can use the other die and use the longer sentiment, but I'm using the Autumn. Teaches us that change can be beautiful. Stamp those. I think there's two here. Nope, I think I just did it on the thick white, or thick, very vanilla on that one. Now I'm pretty sure there's a couple stuck together here. Let's just see. Let me get out my take your pick tool. That's one. I should have 7. And I don't, so I know these are doubled. Oh yeah, there they are. Well, it doesn't look like it doubled. So I think I didn't cut enough of them out. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I did. I doubled them up. I thought I did. So I actually cut out 2 at the same time. And when you do that, it saves you time, but you got to make sure that you can get them apart. There we go. That one's a single one. This one, you see how it's cracking? That's because I cut 2 at one time. And there we go. Okay, so let's bring those back in. And I am using the pumpkin pie for that. Okay. Bringing those cards in. I'm now going to take some dimensionals. Let's see, do I have a full pack? I do, a new pack. It's like Christmas when you get to open those up. You'll see that everyone's going to look just a little bit different depending on where I put my sentiment and my leaf. And then, of course, you can also, if you have a Happy Thanksgiving, you can use that for the inside. Either that or I forgot one, but we'll figure it out. Okay, now I'm going to bring in those gems that go with the suite, the speckled gems, and I'm just going to add some of those around the card. Got a lot of little ones, so I'm going to use some more of those little ones. I'm using the large and the small. Of course, if you have the suite, you could also add some ribbon or some more of those beautiful dies. There we go. And now I'm going to bring in 7 inside pieces. Seven. Bringing in my pad again. I am going to stamp with a grateful heart. Using the pumpkin pie again. So again, 7 cards out of that one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. You just want to remember to cut off that bottom strip at 1 first, because if you do it this way without doing the one at the bottom, you're going to have all those other little pieces instead. Okay, bringing in these little leaves here, I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight. And of course, you could use your, do this with your envelope. And again, if I wanted to, I could add some of that pumpkin pie and change it up a little bit. And you see now I got the pumpkin pie in there. Another way you could do this is you could just roll the edge of your stamp and get some of that pumpkin pie on there. And you see it all looks so different. And for the last one, we'll just roll that again around there and add some of the images with a little bit of that pumpkin pie. So that's 2 different techniques you can use to add some color to your card. And then we're just going to go in and put our insides. Oop. Okay, that one just doesn't want to stay in my hand. And we're just going to add that. There we have them. I'm using Stampin' Seal. You can use whichever adhesive you prefer. My go-to is the Stampin' Seal, but then of course the liquid glue and the detailed glue also come into play for a lot of other things, or the tear and tape. Whoop, not upside down. And this set has so many beautiful dies and such beautiful designer series paper. You can cut some of these other dies out and add some more leaves or insert insides of the leaves to change your card up. And there we have our 7 cards, which are all a little bit different. And then, of course, you want to grab an envelope. I'm just going to do one of the envelopes, but we like to make sure we don't have any naked envelopes. I'm going to grab the smaller one again. I'm just going to ink that up. Maybe tap it this time with a little pumpkin pie. And then just do the corner of my envelope. And there you have it. Your one sheet wonder with one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Give me a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave me a comment and I will get back with you. And until next time, keep on stamping, stampers. Bye.